World can't help you if you can't answer a question correctly or even halfway convincingly in a debate.
I don't know about that. I find him that he still has mojo. $17 million in 47 days. And of course, Mitt Romney, perpetually, number 2. Herman Cain, I find him interesting. I find that idea of 999 very good. But the minute the taxpayers start to say that 999 is exciting, the 47% of people that don't pay any taxes, folks, they will be forced to pay the 9%. Well, that's a tax increase for them. So it's just a giveaway to the rich people. That's what Mr. Cain is going through right now.
Well, a couple of things. First of all, Rick Perry's money mostly comes from Texas. Big surprise, because he's from Texas. It's not as if he's getting support from across the country.
Half of the money.
That's still a substantial chunk.
Yeah.
Mitt Romney, even though he is number 2, I think he has more broad base appeal. Herman Cain, to me, is the most interesting part of the Republican Party. He has charm, and for whatever you want to say, he is a very plain-spoken individual, and I think that's why the American public is connecting with him, because he's plain-spoken. He's not trying to give you 10,000 terms that you don't understand. He's not making it convoluted. He's trying to make it simple, and to some degree, he strikes me as Ross Perot-esque. Do you remember what Ross Perot did back for Bill Clinton during that election cycle? He basically took votes away from Bush so that Clinton could win. In some ways, I think Herman Cain is going to have a very strong, loyal following through this election because of who he is, and it's probably not going to help Romney. I think it's going to help President Obama.
I don't know. He says there's only one black man in the race, which is, of course, it was a dig on President Obama being biracial. But in any case, yes, Herman Cain is exciting. He is very exciting. He's very educated. He's very well qualified. Being a CEO, he made a payroll, President Obama didn't. And he, of course, was a thinker. He was a professor. So he has the education, and he's weathered. He survived cancer. He's weathered. And I like him. I certainly would love to see him gain a little more, but he needs infrastructure. He needs money. So, folks, if you want to contribute to him and give him that infrastructure, those good people, because once you go to run the country, you need very good people with you.
I do agree. I think, the reason people like him is because he is plain-spoken, and he worked himself through the ranks. He didn't come in rich. He started at the bottom and worked his way to the top. And there's something about that ethic, that work ethic, that really resonates with people. Whether you're a Republican or whether you're a Democrat, it really doesn't matter at that point. But you're right. I think he came into this race as a phenomenon. And because of the poor performance of Michelle Bachmann, Rick Perry, even to some degree, John Huntsman, all of these various cats, none of them have done so well. He is riding a wave, kind of like a surfer catches a good wave. He happens to have been thrust into this limelight, but he does not have that infrastructure. He does not have the kind of dollars really to carry or sustain him through this, although I would like to see him not flame out as quickly. I think he is a good voice of reason.
He does not whine. He does not complain. I really, truly believe that he will make absolutely a great president.
For the first time, I have to say that it's so wonderful to see a black candidate enter a race and the focus not be on the fact that he's black. Isn't that wonderful? You have to at least thank President Obama for that.
But this is what I miss. This spirited conversation with you. I've always enjoyed that. So I'm back in the groove, folks.
Yes, he is. And of course, there's plenty of election year cycle stuff coming up still. So long way to go. Folks, coming up next is our conversation with Raj Williams. She is a 2-time cancer survivor, and she actually had some very special circumstances that took her through. She wrote a book about it, and she says that it was her faith in God that really saved her. And that conversation is coming up next, folks. We also want to take this time to wish you and your family a wonderful Diwali weekend.
Yes, and by the way, folks, I was in India and I saw Dussehra.
Oh, must have been
wonderful. It was exciting. And of course, as usual, Diwali you always spend with your family. So I am back, and I hope you all enjoy Diwali with your family. Namaste.
Namaste.